Hi, everyone. This is James from Praagh, and thank you for joining me today. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the subject of healing. And do you yourself recognize or feel that you have healing properties within your soul that you would really like to explore and expand upon? So many of you might have felt that you would like to get involved in Reiki or body work. I remember I was a massage therapist for 7 years before I got into the psychic work, and I remember that I would do massage some people, and I would see where the energy was blocked with a different color. And I went and worked on that area, and the person would say, "How did you know that?" And I'd say, "Well, I see where the energy is blocked." So I want to teach you how to do that, how to recognize, how to see things through the body, how to feel things through the body in healing. So I'm going to share different methods and techniques and exercises. But today I want to talk a little bit about healing. So when we talk about healing, the first step in healing is what needs to be healed. First of all, we have to know what the source is, what needs to be healed. Well, everything is energy. So let's say someone comes to you and they need a healing of some kind. We have to first realize that everything begins with thought. So the healing, if someone has a disease or blocked or some pattern that keeps on returning all the time, it started with a single thought. Now, it might have been their thought, or it might have come from somebody else around them, and they took it on as their thought and started expressing and living that thought. So it's very important first that we recognize that the mental part of ourselves, our mental body, our thoughts are very, very important in a healing, in to be healed, to keep our health going, to really be in a healthy state, if you will. We have to have a clear state of mind. So we have to first be aware of the mental energy, the mental body, because we have a mental body and we have a spiritual body. So we could also ask what's going on with that spiritual body, because is the person have some kind of a faith or some belief system or believing in themselves and so forth. There's also, when healing, we have to look at the emotional body. So there is an emotional body around us which holds on to all of the emotional experiences of our life. So I'm going to say to you, if something happened to somebody who had a very bad breakup, maybe it was a divorce, maybe they lost children in the divorce, or maybe it was still grief, maybe they lost a loved one and there was grief, and they've kept it, they become a professional griever, if you will, or something happened like that traumatized them, emotionally traumatized them, and that trauma is still stuck in the emotional body. That's something we have to consider also. And also then, of course, it first starts with, if you will, you have to look at this all bodies. So there's a physical body, the physical vessel, right? The mental body, the spiritual body, and the emotional body. And I want you to think of those four bodies as teeter-totters, seesaws. So they all have to be in alignment and they all have to be in balance. And one of those bodies are off, it'll throw the rest off. So for instance, let's go there. When there's an emotional upset, and I'm going to say, because I'm an expert in this grief therapy, if someone becomes a professional griever in that they haven't gotten really through the process of fully going through the grief and getting to the end of it, but they're holding on to that, or it could be an old love of theirs, um, whatever it might be, and they're holding on to that emotionally. We have to remember that energy flows through us. We are really not supposed to hold on to energy. Energy comes in and goes out, just like the breath. Let your breath be your guide of how energy should work with you. Comes in fresh and goes out with old energy. See? And so if you're holding on to energy, in this case, the emotional energy, the heart center, the heart chakra might hold on to something there with that emotion. And as a clairvoyant will look at you, a healer in this respect, using their clairvoyance abilities, they will see that there could be a blockage emotionally around the heart. Heart ache, we've heard, or as I like to refer to it, stains of the heart. So I know that that heart is stained because there's an old emotional trauma that happened. See, and there also could be physical traumas, of course. Let's say when you were younger, there was maybe an injury that you suffered that almost took your life, or that was very traumatic for you. That also can affect everything. Let's say there was an abuse case when you were younger, and that comes up, and that abuse is still, that memory of that abuse, that traumatic experience is still there in your second chakra point. That will affect everything as well. So, because you'll keep on thinking about that, and it might affect your emotional state, that you don't trust people, a physical state that you don't feel protected, whatever it might be. I just want you to realize that it manifests in all the bodies. So they're all interacting. So your thoughts, and that's why we always talk about your thoughts create, your thoughts are real. So I often say it's very, very important for you to clean the garden of your mind, to weed the garden of the mind, to take the negativity out and keep it very positive. I want to read you something which I've written, and it's a beautiful, if I say so myself, about blocks for healing. And some when people often think of healing, they think it's just bringing universal light in and source light and really eliminating that. But it gets deeper than that. It really does get deeper. Healing blocks, the blocks that heal, which I just talked about, these blocks is holding back, stay there until the energy consciousness re-enters that block to unlock the feelings so that they may flow again. Okay, allowing the mental and feeling energies to come back together. Rarely does this happen naturally. See, so many people think you just put light in and that's the end of it. No, you really have to go in there and untangle, if you will, those knots. Uh, so the norm is possible. We are often taught that it is inappropriate for us to have feelings when they flow naturally. And we should have feelings, and we should cry when we need to cry. Don't hold back crying, because tears cleanse the soul. Each time a feeling is evoked, it is suppressed many times. We are creative in how we suppress our feelings. The more feelings we suppress, the more energy consciousness of a lower frequency accumulates around the feelings. So you're keeping pushing it down and down and down, and eventually it gets stacked up, right? So on the second, it becomes dark clouds. On the fourth, it becomes a thick, gooey mucus. And over time, as the block grows in strength, it becomes more complicated and grows in layers and can end up in dis-ease. And I have many, many clients where I have worked with who the end result is cancer or some kind of a blood disease or some kind of a tumor or some physicality, they can't walk or something happens to them, and we can often bring it all the way back to a thought they had. And this goes right back to Louise Hay's work and Heal Your Body, exactly back to what Louise's message is, which is your mind controls, your mind really heals the body. So we have to, in healing, get to those core issues. So I think a good healer is someone who not only is aware energetically, but someone who really can tune into the body on the emotional levels, the physical levels, if you will, the mental levels and the physical levels, and really come from a space of doing that. So right now, I'd like to give you an exercise that I'd like to share with you. It's a very powerful exercise, and that's what I'm going to share. It's a healing exercise, and I'm going to go deep for this just a short time. But this is just an idea to you to what I'm working with. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like for you to, number one, as we go into this exercise, I just want you to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to let things come up to the surface and heal, to go where those deep levels are, the suppressed feelings, if you will, the suppressed traumas from years and years ago, from those situations that you were not able to forgive a loved one, a family member, an old partner, an old friend. Let those feelings come up if they come up to be healed. The first step in healing is awareness. So this is between us. This is really for you. I'm just going to guide you. So this is your moment to let yourself be healed in a way, to let yourself go. Okay. And as you do this more and more and you let yourself go, more stuff will come up to be healed. Okay, we're going to work with the breath, and we're going to work with the breath with the intention that we bring in the breath as a freshness, as a new energy, and as a purity. It's almost like it's like a time machine. It goes back in time, goes back to a time to where we're happy and joyful. I like to go back to when I was a child and I was playing matchbox cars in front of my house under the tree. I had such a good time. Or my sister and I used to pretend we were teachers, and we used to, walk around and teach the classes. And I love that, kids. So go back to that joyful period when you breathe in, something with joy and light and happiness. Okay. And as you exhale, the exhale is very, very important, because as you bring in this positive light energy, it's going to loosen up, get to the very bottom of what's holding you back, your own self in healing that you're still suppressing. And the exhalation is going to really kind of pull that out of you and let it go. Of course, the more you do this, the stronger it is. So I'm just going to give you the basics. Okay. So we're going to go through the chakra system. And the chakra system is the system of energy in the body. Chakra, as many of you know, is a Sanskrit word for spinning energy. There are many, many chakras. There are 147 chakras, just our hands alone. So there are many chakras throughout the body and the feet, right? But the main ones that we're dealing with here, and we do this type of work, are the 7 chakras, and of course a lot more up here, but with 7 ones that everyone's familiar about. And I'm going to go through each one. And as I go through each one, I just want you to become aware of how you feel as I say certain things and what comes up for you. And it's not a judgment, it's just for you to observe and for you to observe so that you yourself can be healed or feel this lightening up, because that to me helps you do recognize that I have this healing ability. So wherever you are, please close your eyes, and you can lie down if you'd like, if that's possible, or sit in a chair and listen to my voice. That's fine. That's just fine. And now you've become familiar with my voice, which I like that. Thank you. I share that with you. And I am here as your guide. I am here as a friend to assist you on this pathway of self-awareness and healing for yourself. So begin now to have an awareness as you close your eyes to the outside world. You open them up to the possibilities of the inner world, the limitlessness of your spirit, of your soul. And as you go into the inner world of light and awareness, it's a whole new world for you. Become aware of the physical shell that you're in, your feet and your legs, your lower backs and front, stomach, mid back, higher back, your chest, your shoulders, your neck, and your head, your ears, your eyes, brain, organs, nose, smile, everything, your arms, your fingers, that physical body. At this moment, I would like for you to send out a thought to the physical body, to all the cells, the muscles, the joints, the skeletal body, thanking these systems here, the blood that circulates. Thank you. Gratitude to the physical body and the organs, circulation system, the cellular system, and the endocrine system that helps your body sustain itself. And let's breathe in beautiful golden light and inhale all the way down to your feet, and exhale and let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. Do it 2 more times. And inhale and exhale. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. And again, and inhale and exhale. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. And as we do this and continue on to this journey here, I don't want you to worry. No worry. Don't worry about I have to get this experience. It has to happen. Everyone is different. You may see things. You may feel things. You might hear things. You might feel nothing. That's fine. I know on another level you're receiving it. So don't feel sometimes that I don't see, I don't feel, I don't hear. It's okay. It is happening. We've set the intention. Good. I'd like for you now to place your focus, place your mind on the very bottom of your spine. And the very bottom of your spine is called the root chakra. And I would like for you now, as you take a deep breath in, I want you to minimize yourself, that you shrink yourself like the shrinking kid, and all the way down. So inhale and shrink yourself, and end up in a pool. There's a pool of red light. And imagine now that you're in a pool at the base of the spine. It's your first chakra, and you're able to swim around in this red water, this beautiful red water. And as you swim around there, I want you just to take in, to be aware as you're swimming there, what issues is the bottom of your spine, that point, that center, that chakra point, holding on to, that needs to heal, that needs the awareness to let go. Perhaps I will recommend certain things, and they might come up to the surface to be healed. So see if you're getting enough support in your life. Are you having enough support by your loved ones or not? Do you not feel supported? Do you not feel secure in life? Do you not feel secure in your body, and the people around you, and the world around you? And why is that? Did someone in your life, were they not there, perhaps a parent or a figure who took away your security? You're still holding on to that anger. There might be some anger and some rage there. Maybe there's financial instability. Maybe having something. Why are you having financial instability? And as this question comes up, you may ask yourself, why am I experiencing that financial instability? All of these items are located in the first root chakra, this red pool. So I just want you to become aware of what's blocking that energy to flow. Are there financial problems? Do you not feel secure? Do you not feel secure in yourself or who you are, your living situation? Someone pulling from you who's taking your security? What is it? We want you to see all of that, all of those things, and we're going to take all of those things and blow them out of the body, blow them out of that chakra point. So bringing in the beautiful golden light into that red pool, and inhale. And now we're going to blow all those items out and exhale. Let them go, let them go, let them go. And become aware of how much lighter the red energy center, the root chakra, feels. I want you to feel a lightness, maybe perhaps an expansion of that center. That's how you should feel. It should feel expanded. It should feel completely in balance, the energy all around it. Now let's go to the second chakra. The second chakra is 3 inches below your belly button and the pubic bone area. So let's minimize ourselves and inhale and exhale. And swimming now in that light orange center, and orange feels very different in energy. So as you swim around there, become aware of what you're still holding on to. Are you all holding on to any abuse items from your childhood? Or abuse items from relationships, dysfunctional relationships? Are there any addictions you're dealing with still in your life? With people, with substance, with ways, patterns in your life? Emotionally, are you still holding on to some emotional issues? Are there blocks emotionally you're holding on to? You cannot forgive someone for some reason. What are you holding on to in that second chakra of the emotional center? And see it, see them, come to the surface, because they come to the surface to be healed. First step in healing is awareness. So breathing in. And now we're going to let them go and exhale. Let them go, let them go, let them go. Let that energy go. The energy of those thoughts are leaving. All of that is leaving you. So that is what we're doing. We're making room, because the more you can let go of those things that are blocking, the more you have your own energy to expand and let the energy flow. Good. So check in now with the orange center, making sure that it's free, that it's equally balanced there. You feel much more energized in that second chakra. Also, that was sexual issues too. So any sexual problems there too would have come up and gone out. Good. And now I want you to go to the third chakra. And the third chakra would be in the belly. That's your center of power, the seat of power. So let's minimize. Exhale, and swimming around that yellow pool, that lovely yellow pool, become to recognize first how yellow feels different than the orange and feels different than the red. So yellow is our sense of power, our sense of intuition, our insights, our empoweredness. So in that space, as you assess and swim around, you become aware of any blockages you might still hold on to in that power space. Do you feel not worthy to be a healer, a psychic, a medium? Is there self-worth issues in your life? Do you feel that you're not looked at work, that who you are? Does someone not value your power? Are you someone who's a little bit too narcissistic, too egotistical? Is there too much energy in that space? So look around and see if you're being honored or over-honored. Is it in balance or not? And anything that comes up for you, become aware of it. Any issues there in that power space, that psychic center. Your psychic center. Are you listening to your intuition? Why don't you listen to your intuition? What is that telling you? What comes up for you at that moment? Good. We're going to release that now. Let it with the breath. Inhale, healing light. And exhale and blow it out. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. Very, very good. A lot of you, I could tell, let that one go. I did. Good. Let's go to the heart center, the beautiful heart center, my favorite center, the heart center. And I just want to breathe into minimize. This shrinking person, yeah, you go, and swim right back into that beautiful warm green. I feel a warmness in that green pool of light. What do you feel as you swim around that green light? The green vibration is different than the yellow and different than the orange and the red. How does it feel different to you? Good. So as you swim around, and we use that as an analogy, you're becoming aware of what blockages you might have in the heart. Perhaps there was a physical thing that might have happened to you, and like a heart attack or heart issue, and you're still holding on to maybe it's going to happen again. Or maybe there was a love that you lost a child, or lost a loved one, or a friend, or an animal, and that's still there. It's still there. And not that you'll ever lose that, because it won't, but how are you dealing with it? Okay. What about an emotional relationship as far as someone to forgive? Are you not able to forgive somebody? Do you not love yourself enough? Why not? Why don't you love yourself enough? See where that comes from. Where does that root come from? Let yourself just become aware, just assessing that chakra point, the heart center. Are you able to give out love freely? Or if not, why? Ask yourself why you hold back. Why are you blocking that? Good. And breathe in the beautiful golden light to release and inhale. I'm going to blow it all out and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. Releasing that energy. Good. Again, the mind matters. So the thought is there. The action follows the thought. So if you know that you're thinking you're going to release it, you will release it. Good. Now we're going to go to the throat chakra. And this is a blue color here, the throat chakra. And we're going to minimize ourselves and inhale. And exhale. Good. And blue, there you go. Maybe this time you're just swimming or you're ice skating on that blue light, that blue water, the blue color. This is the color of expression, of self-expression, the center for your own voice. So as you blend around and swim around, ice skate around that beautiful sky blue color, become aware of any kind of blockages that you might have. Perhaps someone told you you're not allowed to speak, or you felt you can express yourself. Or maybe in this lifetime, you're not doing what you want to do. You're not using your creative energy. Why not? What is holding you back from holding your creativity back to the world? You need to share your creativity with the world. What holds you back? What judgments are in there that you find about you, that someone maybe criticized something about you with what you said or what you did, or something, a book that you wrote, or a dance that you did, or some creative project, or that you can't, you're not an artist, of course, who do you think you are, or whatever it might be. See what memories come up in that center, some blockages that you're still holding on to, you're still giving power to. Good. And now we're going to bring in that beautiful healing golden light to loosen up. And inhale. And now exhale and blow them out. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Good. And I want you once again to go back to the heart center and feel how more open that might be. And your solar plexus, how open they are. And now the throat, become aware of how different you feel in the self-expression creative center. Good. And now we're going to go to the point between the third eye. And this is a clairvoyance space. A clairvoyance is see properly, see clearly. And the color is a beautiful indigo color there. And as let's minimize ourselves. And feel the difference in that energy. I will tell you what I feel as we go into that color. I feel a sense of lightness, a lighter color, less dense is the way I could describe it. And as you swim around there and you become aware of that color, that center, what comes up for you that's tended to be blocked? Are you afraid to be seen? Are you afraid to use your psychic gifts? Are you afraid to use all of those beautiful gifts of the soul that you have? Why are you afraid to delve into your soul's gifts? Why can't you be honest with your soul's gifts? Are you playing God? Are you afraid to play God? What self-talk is in there that holds you back from seeing properly? What holds you back from seeing truth? Are there any people in that space that hold you back? Any religious beliefs that hold you back? What is it that holds you back, that blocks that center? Good. We bring in that light, the releasing light, and blow it out. Exhale and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Blow it out. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And feel that beautiful center opening up. It's almost like another eye, like the eyelid opens up and we can see properly now. You might get a strong sense of a pull or feel a sensation of some kind. You might get that sense that you can see forward because that's what happens. Great. And now we're going to the spinal chakra today, which is a crown chakra, the very top of the head. Remember, this is the center that the soul comes into as a baby. And the last thing that closes up as a baby is a soft spot, the crown chakra. So let's go to that crown chakra. And the color is violet. So we're going to minimize ourselves. And exhale. And just swim around that beautiful violet space. The violet pool of light. Good. And this is the space that connects you to the cosmos, connects you to Father Sky, to the higher worlds, to communication with the other realms. This is the space that opens us up to inspiration. So as you assess and swim around in this center, what holds you back from being connected to the other realms? Is there self-doubt? Are there old religious beliefs of fear? Are there people there who tell you this is a sin to do this? What holds you back? What little talk have you talked yourself out of to close off this channel, the channel to your higher self even? For this is source coming into you. Why don't you want to open up totally to source? What holds you back? Why are you afraid? And just see what comes up. And who comes up, and what situations or events might come up and memories. Good. I'm going to bring in that beautiful releasing light and inhale. And now blow it out. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. I felt the shooting out. Great, like a rocket. And look at that center now and see how open it is. You can now see the stars at the top of your head. Good. Now we're slowly going to breathe back into the body. 3 breaths into the body. So we're going to breathe in to our feet and slowly breathe in to your feet. Inhale. Into your feet and your legs and exhale. And now I'm going to breathe into our torsos and inhale. Our torsos up to our shoulders and our arms and our fingers and exhale. And finally all the way back to our heads and inhale. Fully back to the body and slowly open up your eyes and exhale. Good. And wiggle your fingers. Let me know you're back there. Okay. Very, very good. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent. So that's just the beginning there. That's just an exercise for you, a journey for you to go on to see what is involved here with healing. So it's on body, mind, spirit. It's unblocking, untangling old ways of belief systems, shifting old paradigms. Many people you'll find in healing, you work directly with their belief systems, but I find many times it's someone else's belief system that's in their space, not their actual belief system. So one of the first parts of healing someone is they have to be very honest with what they're holding on to, what their belief systems are. So it's a wonderful, wonderful career and a career work to do to help people. It really does help them in so many ways. And in closing, just want to say that my life would not be anywhere where it is. It wouldn't mean anything if I hadn't gone on the soul path 40 years ago and uncovered my own soul gifts and had the courage to open up and use them. And I hope that us meeting each other, you'll be able to do just that. I know that spirit will guide you. Blessings. Namaste.